I thank the gentleman from California for his enormous leadership and that of the sponsors of this legislation. It is always baffling to me, as I've served in the floor, I've spoken on the floor of the House and served in this Congress, how colleagues can look a crisis in the face and run head-on as a locomotive, smashing the solution, speaking ill about those who need and are suffering, and that's what we're hearing today. I am very glad to rise and support the Mental Health Matters Act, H.R. 7780, and I hope some of my friends on the other side of the aisle will recognize that we are the problem solvers. We're not the bomb throwers. We're not supposed to be looking at every solution, and because it comes from somebody of a different party, we want to fight them for it. I know what happened during the pandemic. I was out in the community doing testing and vaccination. I talked to parents about the online learning, those who didn't have access to broadband, and I knew what it did to the children. Why? Because children view schools and their daily activities as their work. Adults go to work, children go to school. It builds their confidence, their sense of esteem, their friendships, lifelong friendships. And that was all undone because of the pandemic. And you know what else we did? We saved lives. If we had continued in-school learning, we would have lost thousands of children and their families. We must repair what was broken, not because we broke it, but because there was a pandemic. And so this legislation provides grants to build a pipeline of school-based mental health service providers, more nurses in the school. It directs the Department of Education to award grants to state agencies to develop more school-based mental health providers. Requires institutions of higher learning to let incoming students with existing documentation have access to disability resources, and creates a grant program I'm most excited about, increasing student access to evidence-based trauma. They experience trauma. And add to that trauma the families in Uvalde that I visited on Monday who are still crying with the pain of the loss of their children. It is clearly a bill that we should accept, and it is a bill that I support enthusiastically, Mr. Speaker. I yield back the Mental Health Matters Act of 7780. Thank you.